Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a really short video. I'm processing a 30-minute video right now, so I didn't expect it to go that long, but it did, so hey, I haven't uploaded too many, except for the investigation. I wanted to go over this little radio that I built out of the Optimus speaker. I really like this a lot. It's not your traditional way of making them, which I think is what makes it so cool. It's really compact. It's really light. I mean, it's only the size of your hand. I don't have my measuring tape here with me, but it's smaller than a lunchbox. It is heavy though. It's probably a good 6 pounds, maybe a little more. I don't know. It's got a really big heavy magnet in there on the speaker, and then there's a pretty decent sized magnet on the tweeter itself. So I'm using VoxBox, and I don't know if this is a problem with everybody, but it's been closing. It's been slamming shut on me, and I have to restart it 1 or 2 times. I don't know if it's because I got 10,000 files on my Bank B, and it takes a while for it to load up, or if it's an actual developer problem. But I hope that gets straightened out if it is. Once it gets going, it's fine though. It's just annoying to have to restart it a few times. So I've used VoxBox a couple times. Good morning, you guys. And this is pretty simple. This is bass, treble, volume, static cutter, and the reverb delay pedal. Now, I've noticed that when you use your phone, the volume acts a lot different than when you plug in a hacked radio. I mean, it blares when you plug in a hacked radio. I don't know if the output on these things are different, or if it's in the app itself when they make them, if they kind of choke back the volume. And then especially when you put the effect on it, it really suffers. It really cuts that signal down. So if you're looking for something that's gonna blare to the world, this isn't it. Well, most of them aren't it. I mean, when you start adding effects and getting that blend going, you're gonna lose a lot of volume, a lot of dBs. But it's still plenty loud enough. I mean, that's loud. It's just not as loud as if you were to plug in a radio. So let me do a quick test. Is anybody here willing to do a test with me? Who's with me? Button. You said my last name?
Can you air?
And it suggested.
Can you say my first name?
The first.
My first name, yes.
No, not.
And the which form?
Do you know my first name? DJ, thank you. Who's with me?
More.
So you guys, what do you do when you're not doing sessions with me? What's a typical day?
No.
Do you guys do a lot of the things that you did when you were alive? Do you still do them?
What then?
I noticed another thing, another thought. So, of course they can't do anything that they used to do in the physical world, but you hear in sessions that they're doing things like they do have a physical body. Like I hear them say, I'm going to shoot you. There's fights. I've heard them say you're not getting up. All sorts of stuff that is impossible to do without a physical body. So is this more of a thought control? The person with the stronger mind? Is it? It's hard to explain. If you have that stronger ability in your mind, you can overpower somebody else who has less. less of an ability, and that's just as good as a physical presence? Does that make sense?
I
Personal.
use
So I'm a strong-willed person. I die. There's somebody else who's not as strong, and I want to muscle him over.
O'Brien.
Even though I don't have a physical body, I can put that thought out and overtake them. Is that how it works? Or is it something totally different that we're never going to understand until we pass?
Time.
yeah.
So I don't know if I got the answer to that or not. I don't even know if I explained it well. It was just a quick thought. So let's try one more app. We're going to make this quick. I'm going to shut this one down, you guys.
Eat what?
Word.
Of your
Okay, so that's the Vox box. Because I got the windows open in here, man. I'm dying. Let's go with the Paranormal Live box so I can see if we can get the static cutter. This app shuts down on me a lot. I don't use it very often at all. And it's a good app. So we're going to take some of that static out. There we go. Put a little more back in. One more test, if you would be so kind. This is a live scanning radio. If you're here with me, can you say here with you? Can you tell me, what do you think of this radio? Took a little bit of the effect off. A little too airy for me. I just like it to snap real quick. I just like a couple milliseconds. If you're on an AM station, if you're on an AM dial with a real radio, and you crank some of that reverb up, it really takes a lot of the static out along with the cutter. You don't have to use as much cutter, and you get more of that response, that background noise, that swell coming up, and it sounds really nice. With a lot of apps, it's not necessary as much. Custom built, you're right. What do you think of it? See? The fucking thing slam. Too bad. You know, they know these apps are slamming, but they don't fix them. It's been like this forever. Custom built. Are you still here, custom built? Were you a builder? You know electronics pretty good? I'm gonna say I don't know electronics very well, but I know enough to do these. You like it? Well, I'm glad you like it. You guys are welcome to talk through it. So that was just a quick test. I just wanted to show everybody. Take a little more static out. I'm going to add a little more air just to see what we get. You can achieve that sound with anything. Please don't spend $5,000 off these fucking goons, man. It's so ridiculous. When are people going to learn? I just don't get it. You know how much I'm charging for this? It's going to be about $375, $385. I'm not going to keep it. I am going to sell it. And I've got about 4 or 5 more of these boxes. And this was a white speaker. I painted it black and then I distressed it. I like the distressed look. I tend to do that a lot. Do you guys know the people who are selling these radios for $5,000 to $10,000? What are their names? Who are the people that are ripping off other people with these radios? What are their names? Don't slam on me. Let's start over with that, because I want to see if they answer it. I'll probably just delete this app after this. I think I just heard it. Can you tell me the person or the persons who are ripping off people making these spirit boxes? What's the last name? I'll say the first name, you tell me the last. Steve. George. So yeah, don't get fooled into people telling you that you have to have a $4,000 or $5,000 box to talk to spirits. You don't. You don't even need this one. but if you want and you don't know how to build them, and you don't want to take the time to learn, then sure, it's a small fortune to most people. It's a small fortune to me. I've got to put out $200, $250 into each one of these I build, and then sit on it. You know, that goes on a credit card. I don't have the money to just keep building them and sitting on them. But I'm not ripping people off, so. You can achieve quite a few sounds with this pedal here. There's different swells, there's different levels, there's different depth rates of the effect. And you can turn it off. You don't need it. Just depends on what you want to hear, how you want to run your session. So this is going way too long. I'm going to edit it a little bit. I'm trying to find some new settings on my Sony Vegas Pro so it doesn't take hours and hours to render. I found a few that I've cut it in half. I'd like to go down a little more, but I don't want to lose too much quality on the video itself either. I like videos to kind of look nice. So that's it, you guys. I appreciate. Oh, it stopped again. Yeah, fuck this app. We're done with this. Take care, guys. Goodbye.